Hello, how y'all doing again? I'm back again. I just read the YouTube terms of the guidelines. I like reading because the stuff that I'm just curious, because that's my way of learning more about the terms of YouTube too as well, And I read all of the community guidelines, and they tell you do not do promote pornography, do not promote violence, don't upload anything that would be a shocking to children. Don't do no harassment and all that kind of stuff, and that was interesting. I looked at, don't. It was talking about. It gave me a list of. It basically gives you a list of things that what you should and should not do, and don't. It tell you if this is you, don't take clips of other people's stuff and put it in your stuff. And I read that. So those things was interesting because I always said that. I want to learn more about YouTube. You know what I mean? So I went to the website where those things are very interesting. Don't promote hate speeches, and it was talking about all of that. Don't promote hate speeches. Don't promote violence, which one I just mentioned. You know what I mean? So really, with me, I really don't. I really needed to know that. You know what I mean? So I don't really. I'm not that type. That's not the type of person. I don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Don't. It also tell you don't do things and try to promote just to get views and all that stuff like that. Off of other people's pay. Don't. In other words, don't take it. If I know somebody's talking bad or something like that there, I say, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there and put somebody else. I don't need to do that because I'm not into that. So it's no need for me to really get too much off into all of that. Because the only thing I do is I just promote love and unity. That's what I'm all about. I'm not a fancy person, what I mean? I'm just a very simple person in what I say. And I say what I say and I mean it. Even if it ain't I don't say it in the most educational way or whatever, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it doesn't concern me. What really matters and what really concerns me the most is that, and what's important is that you know that I care about you a lot. That's what's important. Because even the Bible says the greatest of these is charity. And so I just got through uploading a video on my I'm already on my African Black Love website. On my YouTube account. I just uploaded a video on my first account. And I go by the name Clarence Ray. I have several different accounts, and I've been saying what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put all of my YouTube accounts. I'm gonna put them in the link in the description. I don't know if it'll be this particular video, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go on my other YouTube accounts and probably just paste all of the names of my YouTube accounts, so you all will know what I have. You know what I mean? And you'll know everything that I'm promoting. And if you watched enough of my videos or whatever, whoever you are, if you're watching me for the first time, I'm Peter Garces. I go by the YouTube by the name of Peter Garces, and all I do is promote love and how I want to. I'm doing something to help make our community move, just to get it to move forward in a positive way. And so that is the type of person that I am. And I'm a people's personality. I love people, and things. Those of you who don't know me, that's the type of person that I am. I'm just introducing myself because I know that we have a lot of people that's probably on a day-to-day basis that's new to the internet, and I just basically just wanted to say that and get that out the way and what have you. Let's see. I want to read something, but what is it that I can read? Earlier today, I was talking a little bit about Abraham, and I didn't talk about very much. I just kind of touched here and young. You know what I mean? and and I didn't say very much, but I was like talked a little bit about basically about how we are living and what you know basically how things are today, and this is what the biblical and the Bible represent and resembles that we are you know, it's just basically talking about the time periods in which we're living now. Excuse me for a minute. Hold on. All right. So what I had to do, I had to like turn the TV down. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read a little bit about Abraham. It's coming from Patriarchs and Prophets. And P.S. I want to remind you all before I do that. The things that I've been talking about black love, I put that into practice already. And you know, when I talked about, for those of you who don't know, I talked about buying things and doing things for the African American black men and women. For those of you who are new to the YouTube, new to me or whatever, my name is Peter Garces. That is the YouTube name that I go by, but I go by the name Clarence Ray, and that is my first account. I'm on my African Black Love YouTube account, and I just left from off of the first account from uploading a video over there. So all of my videos are just Black Love, and all you have to do is type in Clarence Ray Black African Love, and I'll pop right up. So yeah, with that being said, I want you all, those of you who already know and who have been watching me, that's what I promote. I mean, I'm not a fancy person. I don't consider myself a scholar by no means. I know I'm not going to have all the answers when I come to YouTube, but I would be more than happy is to go and search, do some research, and look up the answer, and I'll be more than happy to bring you back an answer, because I'm not the type of person. This is just put stuff out there. You know, if I don't know the meaning of a word, I won't say it. You know what I mean? I'd rather go and look the word up and make sure that I got a good understanding of it, so that when I come back with it, then I can share it with you and let you know what it means. But if you have any questions or any comments, anything you want to talk that you would like for me to address a little bit better, I'll do my best. If you send me a request, I'll do my best. And you know, maybe some of you may have a question. Why is it that you promote, and why is it that you do what you do? And I'll just give you a simple answer. You know what I mean? It won't be nothing fancy, but I'll do my best and try to, because I am a people's person, and I just love communicating. I love talking to people. You know, you can find me on Uscreen. I don't have very many videos over there, and I've probably done a lousy job on some of them videos, so I probably have about 2 or 3 or 4 over there. You know, I haven't put many over there. I got a few, but it's not many. I'm also on the website called the Daily Motion website. I'm also on Facebook and YouTube and Google as well. I'm all over there. So you can find me in several places on YouTube. I even have a website called Stumble Upon. Yeah, I got a website called Stumble Upon, and I got so many of them out there, I can't even remember. I'm on a website called CBS. It's a web page. It's called. I don't have much of nothing over there, but if you type in the name Clarence Ray CBS or whatever, news or whatever. I'm also on the Huffington Post as well. You can just say Clarence Ray, and I'll pop right up the Huffington Post. All of that. I'm all over there as well. So I have posted about 1, 2, 3, 4, probably about 5 or 6 videos over there on Huffington Post. I didn't say very much, but it's just me just saying a little something about love and how I want to get the African American community together, and how I love people as a whole, but I'm starting in my own African American community. So I'm talking about that as well. So with that being said, I will come back and I will talk more about that. That's all I talk about. And I know a lot of you probably feel, I don't want you all to feel bored, you know, with me talking about these things, because, you know, it is the greatest gift. I know that, and if I can think of anything else that I can be more creative with what I'm doing here, because I'm thinking about doing some different things with YouTube. The same thing, uploading videos and what have you. You know, I'm still thinking about. I mean, not thinking about. I am still going to do videos. Nothing, you know, nothing will stop me from uploading YouTube videos to the to YouTube, because I really love you guys, African American men and women. You're special, and that's the reason why I spent my life is dedicated to doing what I'm doing. Okay, I'm reading from Patriarchs and Prophets. Patriarchs and Prophets, and the name is you know who she is. Her name is Ellen G. White, and I want to say happy Sabbath to all of those people out there, to my African American Shiloh church family. I want to shout you all out. Words can't even express it, you know. So I gave y'all a phone call. I think I called, yesterday. Yes. I did that to let you all know that I really love you all a whole lot. You know, just by the grace of God, just keep on moving and keep going, or whatever. Thank you all so much. You all have been very helpful to me, and I love you very much, and you'll always be in my heart. All right. So okay. So thank you. I would say the first chapter, I'm in Patriarchs and Prophets, page 11, is called The Call of Abraham. This is dealing with how God called Abraham, and I got it up there before the screen. God called Abraham. I'm going to put it up there real close where you can see it. God called Abraham. Okay? What happened was, when it talked about that, now, when it talks about God called Abraham, we know that Abraham is the father of what is called the Jewish nation. And, you know, like God called us, you know, a lot of time He calls us to be different. Let me ask you this thing. Is it an amazing thing to know? I mean, and it's also, I can split it up too, and it is amazing blessing, or it is amazing things too. I can also look at it from one side as positive, and the negative side would be, God, you can be a good person. You can have came from a good genetic. You can have a good blood genetic makeup. And maybe you may have some families that may not have all of the same resemblance in character, as far as in a positive manner. And you look at it, your family, and I know you ask questions, because I know I ask questions all the time. And because I've been like that even as far as I had from 7 years old. 5 or 6, as far as I can remember asking questions, I was about 5, maybe 5, 6. No, I'm gonna say 7. I'm gonna say 6, between 6 and 7. I was always asking questions, and the question was, like, if you're a good person, and you have brothers and sisters, some of them may not have the same characteristics as you. You may be different from all of the rest of them. And sometimes you'll be considered as having a bad rap. You know, you won't get a positive rap all the time. Or sometimes maybe you may look at it, because I didn't even ask questions. Why is it that I'm so different? It's amazing how you can be so different. You can come from the same genetic, and you can be a kind person, and somebody else in your family can come out totally different. And that is amazing to me. Can come out totally different. You mean to tell me we can come out the same uterus? Well, yeah, I said that right. Okay, I hope I said it right. Uterus. And one can be the opposite of the other one? Man, that is powerful. But with that being said, those things can be used to show we can learn from that. It is a teaching lesson. Like, okay, your family can be totally different from you. You can be totally the opposite. You can have opposite ways. Opposite, different, And it's just amazing when you think of that. And so this is what the story of Abraham was all about. Abraham came from an idol-worshiping family, and God called him out of confusion, because his family was idol worshiping people. They worship idols. But Abraham was a man that followed God. They even have a scripture in the Bible where God told Abraham that God was speaking, and he said, I know that he will command his children after me. In other words, I can trust him is to do what I want done. I can trust him, and that's probably the reason why a lot of the time God probably blessed him and put him as steward, And a lot of times when God calls people, God don't just call anybody, because he know that everybody is not going to live up to the means and the things that he says. He know that they're not going to do that. So that's why he chose certain people. Just like we all are like that to a degree. There are certain people that we'll trust in our circle. There are certain people we're not just going to pick up or walk around and pick up and put in our cars. There are some people that we won't even hold conversations with. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you don't love them. It just means that you don't know what the next person is capable of doing. You know what I mean? You don't know. And so it's just, I guess it's normal to feel that way to a degree. So what I'm saying is, God, he don't just call anybody. In other words, it can be the same way in the church. It can be the same way. You ain't just going to just run up to anybody and just go to just talking, because you don't know what the person's reaction. I done been in that situation several times. Like, have you ever just wanted to just talk to somebody, and you was afraid to go up and talk to them because you didn't know what the reaction, you didn't know what the outcome was going to end up being, So you'd be afraid is to like approach that person and really say what you want to say. I have been in that situation 1,000 times, to where you just don't know what the reactions will be. You know what I mean? And maybe it could be me. Maybe I could be. It probably could mean that, because if you overreacting, sometimes you can miss the mark as well too, and you can miss what really is that it could be a word, a message that you can get, a positive message. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tie it in with this here. But God doesn't call anybody. You know what I mean? And I guess it's natural to feel like that, because you can use that analogy to say that nobody is comfortable with, everybody is uncomfortable with certain things or making certain decisions. You ain't just gonna make any decision. You're just not gonna just invite anybody in your circle. But that goes with another. I guess you can split it up, and you can get so much out of that one statement that you said. What I just said. I'm sorry. It says, after the dispersed from Bethel, adultery again became well nigh universal. That means it was well known everywhere. Universal. And the Lord finally let the 100 transgressions, the transgressions to follow their evil ways, while he chose Abraham of the line of Shem, and made him the keeper of his law for future generations. After the dispersed from Bethel, adultery became well nigh universal. The Lord finally let the HARD, I don't know exactly what that word is. It's got another word added onto it, and I'm not going to even try to say it. It says, He chose Abraham of the line of Shem and made him the keeper of his law for future generation. Abraham had grew up in the midst of separation, and I'm pretty sure that that word is heathenism. Even his father's household, by whom the knowledge of God had been preserved, were yielded to the seductive influences surrounding them, and they served other gods than Jehovah. But the true faith was not to become extinct. God had never preserved a remnant to serve him. Adam, Seth, Enoch, Methuselah, Noah, and Shem, an unknown broken line, had preserved from age to age the precious revelations of his will. The sons of Terah became the inheritor of this holy trust. Idolatry invented him on every side, but in vain. Faithful among the faithless, uncorrupt by the prevailing apostasy, he steadfastly adherent to the worship of the one true God, and that was Abraham. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. That's Psalms 145 verse 18. That was David's quote. It said, the Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him. So Abraham was one that called upon God, and all that call upon him in truth. Psalms 145 verse 18. He communicated his will to Abraham. Communicate is, talking. And gave him a distinct knowledge of the requirements of his law and of the salvation that would be accomplished through Christ. Okay, I'm not going to go through too much here. Maybe to keep going a little bit more. It said, and there was given to Abraham the promise especially dear to the people of that age, a numerous of national greatness. I will make of thee a great nation. I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. He was talking to Abraham. And to this were added the assurance precious above every other to the inheritor of faith, and of his line, the Redeemer of the world, should come. In these shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Yet, as the first condition of fulfillment, there was to be a test of faith, and a sacrifice was demanded. So Abraham was to be tested. It says, the message of God came to Abraham, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. In order that God might qualify him for his great work as the keeper of the sacred articles, Abraham must be separated from the association of his early life. The influence of kindred and friends would interfere with the training which the Lord purposed to give his servant. That means sometimes in doing something right and good, you have to, it's going to cost. Sometimes you're going to lose friends. You know what I mean? Sometimes, because it would be a distraction. It says, now that Abraham was in a special sense connected with heaven, he must dwell among the strangers. His character must be peculiar, different from all the world. I did a video earlier about that, about people when they'll consider you weird. It was on my YouTube account that I go by the name of Clarence Ray. He could not even explain his course of actions so as to be understood by his friends. Spiritual things are spiritually discerned, and his motives and actions were not comprehended by the adulterous kindred. That means that everything that you do good, and when people are doing things against you, it's going to be, if they don't have a spiritual eye to really gravitate a hold of it, it's not, then you're going to be looked upon as weird. You're going to be looked upon as ignorant, basically, in their eyes. You know what I mean? Because you and them is not on the same accord. It would be the same way as when you're talking about love. Like I talk about black African American love, and I want to start in my own home first. And I say, and I get on and I makes it clear, and I say that I'm not trying to spread hate. I'm not doing that. I'm just starting at home first. Because in order for me to say that I love other people of other ethnical backgrounds, they have to first see that I have that love and that self-love for myself. They have to see that I'm confident and I have the faith within myself. If I don't have the faith within myself and I try to tell them to have faith, that wouldn't make sense at all. You know, they have to see that I love me for who I am. They have to see that I really cherish and I take pride in me. If they see if they see that you don't love you and you don't love doing what you are doing, then they're gonna feel that you're wasting their time and trying to tell them that they should be promoting it. But I'm using that to make a point, is to show you that when you are coming and you're trying to explain things to people, certain people, there's just certain people, it's just they're not going to see it in the same light in the way that you see it. You know what I mean? Some people gonna see it a whole complete, complete different way. They're gonna see it from a whole different way. They're gonna look at it from a whole different angle, and they're not gonna see it the same way that I would expect for them to see it. Which that is all right. That is perfectly fine with me. It doesn't matter. But all I want to do is make sure that the most important thing, that I'm posting the right information out here. Alright. It says, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out unto a place which he should after receive for his inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 8. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to stop it right there because it's like 1 something in the morning, and I'll come back and I'll do something else. But thank you all for watching, and thank you for listening. And I will be back with another live edition of another episode. So I love you, African American men and women. All right, so stay tuned. All right, bye.